Well, Jared, your first Premier League start this season and your first Premier League goal. Is that one you're always going to remember?
Yeah, can't put into words really. I'm buzzing. Playing for this club, like I said when I signed the contract the other day, it means the world. And for them fans there today, travelled on a Thursday night to come and watch us, and we put on a performance for them, so I'm buzzing, yeah.
How much did you enjoy that game of football?
Yeah, obviously my first Premier League start in a while, and I just wanted to enjoy it really, and obviously getting the result we did, coming away to a top team like they are, yeah, just over the moon, and happy for the fans as well.
Now talk us through that goal. What was going through your mind when you saw the ball coming over the top?
Yeah, well, we worked on it in training yesterday, and I got a few chances around the back, and I said to Anthony before the game, just keep delivering them balls in, and then when it was coming to me, I was like, right, I better score here, and then when it went in the back of the net, it was over the moon.
Is that a feeling like you've never had before?
Yeah, unbelievable, yeah.
Look, your other senior goal came for Carlisle against Morecambe, Football League Trophy, November 2019. Do you ever, or will tonight, make you reflect on how far you've come?
Yeah, massively. I mean, like I said before, when I signed the contract the other day, I was speaking to my family, my agent after, and they said, just remember how far you've came from. In the space of 2 years, I was playing League 2 with Carlisle. The club I've been at since I was 8, and now I'm playing in the Premier League today. I'm just buzzing, yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable week for you, signing that new contract, as you've said. Happy to commit your future to Everton?
Yeah, buzzing. I mean, like I said, it's, as you can see what it means to them fans, it means to us as well to get that result today. Just superb, yeah.
Yeah, for mentality, what will that game have done for the squad?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, we showed a winning, well, not winning, but, you know, a grit performance mentality. Every player on the pitch gave 110%, and that's what we need every game, really, to get us where we want to be.
Well, massive congratulations. Enjoy this one.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you. Well, what a few days he's had. Put pen to paper, contract extension, 3.5-year deal. Gets his chance in the Premier League. Scores the equaliser at Stamford Bridge. That's all right, Jolie?
Oh, it's a great start for him in his career, Everton. In his first game, first start. But you could see what it meant to him in his interview. And we spoke about, obviously, the lack of options Rafa had. But I'm sure he was so determined to play this game, regardless of the circumstances, and then to score. It's a dream start.
Yeah. You've just got to take your chance.
You have, yeah, and he done that. And as well, I think today, which was important, was Keane next to him. I thought Keane was absolutely outstanding, having a stalwart like that, guiding you through, you know, on your debut, you know, barking orders, and he probably put him at ease, you know, from the very first whistle, 5 minutes into the game, and then to come up with a goal as well. I mean, the emotions there, that is what football's all about there. Brilliant.
They were just waiting for a set piece, weren't they, Glenn?
Yeah, it was a fabulous ball in from Gordon as well, but his desire, you know, he had more desire than anyone in that 18-yard box to get on the end of it. Sal just goes back a little bit early, plays everyone on, but look at his outstretched, look, his desire to get there, his long legs just gets the touch, guides it in the bottom corner. What a feeling for the kid. Mm-hmm. Wonderful, and they needed that, didn't they? They responded well after going 1 down.
He'll never forget that. Defensively, from Chelsea's point of view?
Yeah, disappointing. So, like Glenn said, then he's come on and he's a little bit too eager to get back and to make the header, but he's run across Rudiger, I think it is, and he's left his man, and when you do that in the Premier League, they tend to go in the back of your net.
But those celebrations, young man will never forget it. Neither will the fans who've made the journey tonight.
Yep, that's it. You know, we've seen games called off, haven't we, so far this week, and fans on their travels up and down the country, but that's it. That's what football's all about. You know, at the away end, when you score away from home and you come home as well, which will feel like a victory for Everton. Superb.
I mean, the bottom line is it is 1 win in their last 11 matches, but that just feels so different tonight, Glenn.
Oh, that's an important point for them. You know, they couldn't expect to go out there and win the game with the team they had to put out. I thought Rafa got it absolutely spot on. Certainly second half, that's how he would have liked to have played right across the 90 minutes. But you're going to Chelsea, they create. The one thing Chelsea do, they create a lot of chances. Tonight they didn't have their finishing boots on first half, and they could have been out of it, Everton. But they showed a lot of resilience tonight, and they worked exceedingly hard. Ironically, how they conceded the goal is they came out of their shape probably only 3 times in the whole of the game, and consequently that's why Rafa Benitez has actually played like he has today. Because if he'd have made it an open game, and this is the example, look, this is the first time they've got people, there's 4 players level with the ball or ahead of the ball, they lose the ball. Tonight they've had to go into a back 4. They've been used to having that 5 there all through the game, and this is why Rafa has actually said, no, we're going to play this way. It's a poor goal in the end to let Mount have too much space. but he finishes it with aplomb. But it just shows you that the tactics are so important when you go to a top team like Chelsea, to stay in the game so that you've got something to go for at the back end of the game.
What about the defensive side of that one, if you like? Godfrey's he just caught no
Godfrey,
man's land for a moment?
Yeah, slightly out of position, but I think before that, Decore's decision not to pass to Andy Gordon, who was outstanding tonight, and then Godfrey's done the right thing initially by tucking in as Brantwaite goes forward, but then he doesn't recognise that Mount is outside him and he's not able to get back.
Might get lost in the storyline, I guess, but another goal for Mason Mount. 4 games in a row in the Premier League he's scored. He keeps delivering.
He does. He's been superb since he's come back in after his injury, and he's just a catalyst for Chelsea, isn't he? He sets the tempo of them for how to press. He drifts out wide. He's comfortable on the ball. Doesn't just put balls in the box, for a numbers' sake. And when it comes to scoring goals, he just keeps calm. We said last night about the heart rate, just staying cool, staying composed. Yeah. And we put him in them situations, and he's the main man for Chelsea. It
was ironic. We talk about the squad that Chelsea's got, and they've got a deep squad, of course, but it just shows you haven't got to change up from the bench. If ever they needed a Lukaku, they're in great crossing positions tonight, Chelsea, and they were reluctant to put the ball in because they weren't really going to score from a header. But if Lukaku's from the bench coming last 20 minutes, they can put that ball in there with a bit of confidence, maybe get a second ball and get another goal. They didn't have that dimension. Even a squad as deep as Chelsea, you need those key players, and that's why Everton, wonderful result for them, wonderful point.
Lukaku, of course, missing. He's got COVID. We heard that ahead of the game.
Course, yeah.
Werner as well. Havertz is ill. We're going to find out how that one plays out. Hudson-Odoi missing as well because of COVID. They had their problems too, but they had more than enough chances to win this game, Jolie.
Oh, definitely had a chance to score goals in this game, but the names you just mentioned are in the same position.
Yeah.
Like, they've still got their full strength defence back there because they haven't had the impact of COVID in the back 4 or the back 5, but when they're all in the same position, you're going to miss them players because they're all world class.
Yeah, they definitely missed them, but the opportunities they created, and I guess we have to also say the ones that Pickford saved, he was immense.
Well, the better of the chances was at the beginning of the game, was it, when they were stretched, and then that resulted to shots outside the box, but Pickford was absolutely first class today, and you can probably imagine the team talk or what the goalkeeper union that they say probably got around him and said, listen, you're going to be busy tonight. Yeah. You need to stay strong. Bar callers, whoever's in front of you, you could be our match saviour tonight. And he stepped up to the plate. And he's been criticised before, switching off, not concentrating. But this save here with his feet, everything that he done tonight, I don't think he put a foot wrong, even with his feet, his distribution, Jolien.
Yeah, I agree. I think what he's done and what is noticeable for me is that he's not as emotional as after he makes a great save an error has occurred. I know he can get frustrated, and you will see that in some of these clips, but I think he's a lot more composed now, and I think when you see that and you turn around and your keeper is more composed, you're able to rely on him a lot more.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because Aaron Ramsdale's playing out of skin at the moment, and some people are saying he's England's number one. Maybe in the short term, not just the long term, and then Pickford responds with that.
It's a good point, actually, you make, Darryl, because I think he's looking at that as well, and he wants to stay in that England shirt. But he was excellent tonight, and I know what Jolien's saying. I used to watch him before the game at times in the tunnel, and I used to think, oh, you're too emotional for a goalie. You've got to stay calm. You've got to be the calmest man on the pitch. But he's
what goalkeeper do you know that's calm?
With experience, it's true. With experience, he's learning that that he's got to stay. His temperament.
He's grown into a leader. Definitely, looks like he's grown into that leadership role.
Yeah, he has. Right, we'll take a break. It's a point for Everton tonight. As Glenn just said, it will feel.
Steven Gerrard, Aston Villa boss, willing to sacrifice Liverpool popularity for win at former club. Aston Villa boss Steven Gerrard says he is willing to sacrifice his popularity at Liverpool to earn a win against his former club on Saturday. Gerrard played 710 games and scored 186 goals in a 17 years career at Anfield. He took over at Villa in November and will be aiming for fourth win in 5 games, win the 2 sets meet. If I am on the bus heading back down the M6 towards Birmingham, and I am not the most popular at Anfield. So be it, said Gerrard. The former Liverpool captain helped the Reds to a memorable Champions League triumph in 2005, and he also won 2 FA Cups, 3 League Cups, and the UEFA Cup with the Merseyside club. After retiring as a player, the former England skipper coached Liverpool's youth academy and then managed their under-18 team during the 2017-18 season before taking charge at Scottish club Rangers. He replaced Dean Smith at Villa last month, and after 9 points from 12 has lifted the Midlands side from 16th to 10th and the Premier League. The news is for other people to get excited about. For me, it is about preparing the team in the best way I can to try and get a positive result for Aston Villa, Gerrard said about his return to Anfield.